continuing from part 1, I went to bed an hour and a half or so after the hour release, and then I woke up at around 8:30ish, and you know, just chilling with some people, just, you know, trying to trade off stuff, sell something, buying stuff, you know, the whole thing. And then later that afternoon, I run into my buddy, Noel Coons. I actually met him last year at Indiana State, but this year, you know, we actually got to hang out more and stuff like that. So anyways, we were talking, chilling, throwing, and he asked if I could help him bring his AP performance stuff down since he was competing that night. We go up to the second floor room, get his stuff, and bring it downstairs where it needs it to be for the time being. And then we talked a little more, talked about how, you know, we just love performing on stage for people and stuff like that. Hey, Noel Coons is like the coolest guy ever, great performer. But anyways, it was cool hanging out with you, Noel, so yeah. And then, you know, the day went on, ate some lunch, I think, can't remember. A lot of people just replaced eating with yo-yoing, so I can't remember when I ate lunch. As the day went on, you know, people were just chilling. And then it was time for the AP performance to start. AP stands for Artistic Performance, and it's some of the most artistic performances you can actually see. But Taka's was really good. He did a Luigi-themed performance. And then there were more people like In Motion, who actually competed at the European yo-yo competition. And then my buddy, Noel, he competed. His was pretty awesome. I could tell he was having a really fun time up there. And then I think it was after that, the 2A performances, the 2A finals. And the one that everybody was really wanting to see, Shu Tukata. His performance at Japan Nats had everybody going crazy. Just randomly in the middle of the performance, he starts shuffling, and it was pretty sweet. He started this year's performance off with a backflip throwing the yo-yo thing or whatever. Wait, no, it might have been front flip. I don't know. It was one of the greatest 2A performances I think I've ever seen. He hardly messed up, if any at all, that I could notice. Then after 2A, there was 3A, which, as you could guess, a lot of people were excited about Hank Freeman competing. His performance was great, as always. I mean, he's a 3-time U.S. national champion, and then he won Worlds last year, and his style is just really, really good. There were also some other good people in 3A, like Yu Sumura. You were awesome. And then Eric Tranton. Eric, you were awesome as well. And then I think this one guy, he had the spiky silver hair and the light blue clothes. I'm not sure if he was with C3, but he was pretty good too. And so yeah, I was really impressed with that guy's freestyle. And then after that, there were the 4A finals. One person that caught everybody's attention was Ben Conde. Ben Conde's performance last year at Worlds had everybody's mind blown. His thumb grind bind tricks are incredible as always, and he did some awesome stuff this year. Got everyone pumped up and yelling for him. Then also you had, of course, Ray Wakura, John Narums. His was really excellent as well. And then there was Sean Perez. Holy crap, Sean, you were my hero. That was one of the best and greatest, most fun 4A freestyles I think I've ever seen. So yeah, all of the finals were really, really excellent. That night was probably when I lost a lot of my voice for Worlds because, you know, they're finals and you're gonna be like, what? Exactly. I yelled a lot. I yelled a lot during finals. After finals, it was me, Robbie, Austin Peacock, Derek, Eric Tranton, and what is that one dude's name, Eric? That dude with like the green hair, I don't know his name. He was hanging out with us. We all went to Pizza Hut, and it was pretty fun. Eric and the dude with the hair shared some funny stories from previous worlds and had us laughing. And then that night, me and Robbie decided, hey, let's pull an all-nighter. So we did. It ended up being me, Connor, Robbie, I don't know who else, I can't remember. There was about 40 to 50 people in the room after the World on a Strings film thing. And so yeah, you had your normal couple buzzed / drunk people. And actually, when we had left the room and then got back in, a poor soul had fallen asleep in there. So a lot of the people decided to build a kingdom of chairs around him. And then one thing that I thought was hilarious was Ryota Ogi. He took a piece of tape and just put it on his nose. Just put it there. It was funny. And so you had like 20 people from Japan. A lot of foreign people were taking pictures of this poor soul. And then, after he woke up, they all went, "Happy birthday!" I'm not sure if it was actually that guy's birthday, but that present would be like really weird, waking up with a bunch of Asian people around you just taking pictures while you're sleeping. Yeah. And so, that was funny. And then it was me and Robbie and Connor and some other people hanging out for a while. One other thing I forgot to mention about Thursday, I wore my hot dog shirt. See, hot dogs, mustard on one side, ketchup on the other. So people actually loved it. I would catch a couple people taking pictures of me, and then while I'm talking to some people, randomly, Hiroyuki Suzuki comes up to me and he's like, "Can I take a picture?" And I'm like, "Sure." So he got a picture of me with his phone or iPod or whatever you want to call it. And I was like, guys, 3-time world yo-yo champion just took a picture of me. Heck yes. And so back to Friday night, Saturday morning, whatever you want to call it. Some of the drunk people said, "Your hamburger shirt looks really tasty." So I was like, okay, that's a bit creepy. And I went and changed out of the hamburger shirt. Pulling the all-nighter was pretty fun. A bit early in the morning, like 5 or 6. It was like me, Daniel Dietz, Ray Wakura, who else was it? Robbie, and just a couple other people. We were hanging out. And so Ray is showing us some cool 4A stuff he was working on. And then a little later in the morning, it's like me, Tyler Goldenberg, Patrick Borgerding, Ray, Robbie, Ian Johnson, this little Japanese kid, and some other Asian person. And so we're all just chilling, having a good time, talking about stuff. And then it gets to like 8:30-ish, maybe. Hiroyuki Suzuki is on the stage, practicing, and he is by himself. I take my brave soul, and I go up there, and I say, "May I take some pictures of you practicing?" And he goes, "Sure, go ahead." And I was like, oh yeah! I was pretty dang happy. He just, you know, let me take pictures of him while he's practicing his stuff. Didn't mind a thing. After he was done practicing, you know, I asked him how his company was doing, you know, Yo-Yo Addict and Something. He said they were doing pretty good. Something isn't doing really well in the US. Everyone go help out Hiroyuki Suzuki by buying his yo-yos from Something. And then he let me try his Englam, which, by the way, it's freaking awesome. But the string is like super freaking short. But for the world champion to trust me with one of the most expensive yo-yos from a company, I was like, ooh. And I made sure I took off this ring so I would not ding it. And then we got a picture together, and I was like, oh yeah! So that was a pretty good start off to the day. And then as the day went on, I tried more and more and more to sell my Burnside.